Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Evan. Evan is from Long Island in the USA. So let's see what Evan has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Evan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time for the interview today. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you for this. It's fun.
So tell me, where are you based right now? Where is this beautiful, place that I can see right now?
I'm in Long Island, New York, and it's called Fire Island.
Wow. And that's the place where you're born and raised or not?
Long Island, yes.
I see. So tell me a little bit about Fire Island. Tell me what's about the island.
Fire Island is an amazing place. I think it started probably well back in like before being gay and out was allowed. This was the island that they they just created on their own. So in New York City, it was against the law to dance with same-sex partners and things like that. So eventually they came out here. And since probably even before that, but in the 80s, it was huge. But before that, they basically developed their own community out here. So it's a barrier reef island off the coast of Long Island, New York. And there's bungalows and houses and history and you name it. Like anyone you can imagine was out here, probably like Andy Warhol. I can't even think of, there's so many people, the village people from, but yeah, so they created their own island basically because it was where they were comfortable and could be. There's just historic moments and places and things.
And how far is Fire Island from New York City?
New York City, well, now currently today with the Long Island Railroad, people come from Manhattan. It's very traditional and normal. So they'll come out on a weekend. It's like a 45-minute to an hour train ride. Okay. They'll come to the Sable stop and they'll take the ferry over to Fire Island. So it's the only way you can get here is by ferry.
Oh, wow. And what do you do for work, Evan? What do you do for living?
Well, currently, I've done many things, but currently I am a buyer planner for an aerospace technology company.
So tell me a little bit about your job.
Well, how do I even go about it? Some things I can say and some things I'm not allowed to say because we deal a lot with military and things like that. But we could just say that I will purchase and plan things like the Mars rover. Mm-hmm. So like certain parts I purchased were actually a part of the Mars rover. How's that?
Amazing.
So I don't get in trouble.
I see. Okay, Evan, so before we start our journey, William the Magic Box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself.
Where will I go with that? Well, there is something interesting. I used to work out here and live out here on Fire Island. And for the first time in 15 years, they had asked me to bartend for an event called Whip It Out Wednesday. And we'll leave that to your imagination. But so that's something interesting.
Very interesting for sure. Evan, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views? Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend. For the fun questions. I'm just going to play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay, Evan, so before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay.
Right, first question for you is, what makes you most uncomfortable about dating?
Oh my gosh. Well, dating is crazy. I'd always been in long-term relationships. So apps were not popular when I was dating again, but then they became popular. So I had to go on the dating apps. So because I was in like 7-year relationship, another 6-year relationship.
Wow.
So to me, it's the endless pictures that you're sending people where you're like pick, and it's like no, I'm really real, I swear.
One person to go on a date with you, what this person must have?
To me, I don't know. To me, just being a kind person that's sincere is important. Those are the major things.
I see. And I believe that in Fire Island, it's a good place for dating or not?
It's a good place for meeting new people. It's kind of like speed dating.
I see.
Because everywhere you go, you meet someone. Like just before this, I was in one of the bars having a drink and talking to many, many people and laughing and having a good time. So it's kind of like speed dating.
I see. All right. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Evan. Next question is, what's the happiest day in your life so far and why you consider that?
Well, probably the happiest day was actually when I had met my partner. And so we've been together now for over 6 years and we bought a house together. The house is probably second important, but probably the day I met him was the most important.
And your partner, he's from Fire Island as well or Long Island?
No, he's from Spain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And how your path crossed?
I was in New York City. I was on the dating apps. I deleted them all because I was done with them. And I was in a bar called Gym Bar. And I went in between a couple and they were like, why are you single? And I said, I don't know. I ask myself that all the time. And they said, do you want to go to our party? And I was like, well, where is it? And they're in New York City having a good time, but they live out here on Long Island. So they invited me to St. Patrick's Day party in a town on Long Island. And so I was like, sure, I'll go. And then that's where I actually met my partner. He was at that party.
Wow, amazing. What's the biggest similarity between both of you and the biggest difference?
Similarities, well, we both like to have a good time and we do silly things. Like we'll dress up in costumes, we'll go out and have a good time. Differences, he's more financial. I'm not financial, but it's kind of what he does for a living. And I'm kind of more like, well, whatever, whatever we can do, we'll have a good time. But we usually get along pretty well. We've not had many arguments. We usually just laugh a lot. So
amazing, very good. Next question. Let's do it. Before the next one, tell me what you like the most about your job. What's the biggest joy of it? And the flip side, something that you find very challenging.
Oh, okay. Well, the most, I think, interesting and gratifying is being able to make certain things. Like, I'll use the Mars rover as an example. Being able to be a part of that and something that is, that important. The challenges have been since the pandemic. And trying to get materials or parts. So that has been very, 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 very challenging. So like sometimes they're on back order, sometimes they don't show up, sometimes they're in customs waiting to come through and they won't release them. So that to me is very frustrating, but.
I see. Okay. Next question is, what things do you consider to be relationship deal breakers?
Relationship deal breakers. Well, for one, if you're a jerk. If you're a jerk and you can't laugh, then that's a deal breaker. So you have to be able to laugh and have a good time. Honesty, there's always that. So those are the two major ones. The rest of it I could deal, but.
And for you, in your opinion, like maintain a relationship, in Long Island, it's something easy, or it's like, big cities like New York City that, it's quite difficult to maintain a relationship? What's your opinion about it?
I think it just depends on the people involved.
Mhm.
It can be difficult. We do go into New York City a lot to have fun, but I think if you find the right person, it's not so complicated. You know, it just sort of meshes and it works out.
I see. All right. Ready for another one? Let's do
I'm
it.
ready.
Next question. Next question for you is, what is the biggest risk have you ever taken?
Wow, I've taken a lot of them. I never say no. I'm always taking risks and I always say yes, whatever it is. I don't even know where I would go with that. Actually, I do. In years ago, in 2007, I was asked to come out here and bartend, but I had a corporate job. And I thought that that was silly. Like, I'm an adult. This is crazy. You don't do this. And then I just kind of said, screw it. And so I came out here April 1st and I lived out here for 6 months. So that was a huge risk.
Wow.
Yeah. I just left everything behind and came to this little island. So,
And what was the experience in after those 6 months? What, when you analyze the experience, it was the best decision at the time?
yes, even now, I was literally just talking to someone about that recently, actually right at the bar, and saying that, you know what, it's a magical place, and that if you come and you experience, you never know what's going to happen. Like, it led me in a lot of different directions. I had met a lot of people. Just, to me, it was a chance of a lifetime, and I took it and was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. We'll see what happens. So to me, it's a magical place. So
amazing. Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Before the next one, as you're saying, you know how much you enjoy the island, how much you appreciate being there. I never been there before. If I would come there, let's say for a week, yeah, what's the place that I must go? What's the experience that I should try? Tell me a little bit about, in your opinion, people who come for the very first time.
okay, it's a very diverse, eclectic group of people.
Mhm.
There's people from all over the place, and now also Europe. The places I would say to go would be the Belvedere, which I could probably show you a picture of from here. But and it is just an amazing place. It it literally looks like like something from a movie or a TV show, where it's a huge white palace that's on the water. So
wow.
that to me is definite. What else? There's also the tea dance that they have, which is not real tea, like in the UK. So here our tea dances with booze. So our tea dance, we have a tea time, like you guys have in the UK, but we drink booze instead. so those are like the two major ones.
And when is the best time, the best season to go to Fire Island, in your opinion?
Usually like Memorial Day is and Labor Day, but I would say pretty much April, May, June, probably in July. It's just really busy. Yeah.
All right. Next question is, what is the silliest thing that you have posted on social media?
Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. Well, during the pandemic, when we were under lockdown, me and my partner, because I said we're goofy and we like to have fun, we were having a few drinks at home, and we did Burlesque, the show Burlesque, the movie, and we were in full drag, in high heels.
Wow.
Dancing around, and I think the title of it was like Lockdown something something something, but so that was pretty goofy.
Amazing. Right, I have 3 questions left for you, okay? Let's do it. Before the next one, tell me, what do you like the most about being a digital creator?
Digital creator. being able to just have creativity, to make new things, to show people things, to just have fun creating either a video or just to give people sort of a different point of view.
All right. Next question is, what is your least favorite chore?
Least favorite star?
No, chore.
Oh, I thought you said star. Least favorite chore? Well, that would be doing dishes. I just dread doing dishes. I'll do anything else. I'll cook, I'll clean, but dishes, I hate them.
What do you like to cook the most?
Well, I like to cook a lot. And lately, actually, because of my partner, so I've been doing a lot of tortilla española.
Ah. What's your which part of Spain your partner comes from?
Santiago de Compostela.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah.
Wow, very well known place.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was supposed to hike the trail there with my brother, but I never did, and so I joke around. And he was born on that path, so if I did hike it, I would have passed his house. And I joke around with him, saying we probably would have met no matter what.
Next question is, define yourself in a season of the year and why?
So I would say, well, it's very confusing. It would either be spring or summer, but I think it would be summer.
Why? Why your connection with summer?
Summer, because I feel like it's when everything comes to life and when everything is vibrant and ready to live. And I feel like that. So,
Is your birthday around summertime as well?
mm-hmm. Well, almost. Almost. It's close. It's spring, but you have to have spring before you have summer.
Totally. Absolutely. 2 questions left. Let's do it, Evan. For the next one, tell me how was growing up as a gay boy in your experience. Tell me a little bit about your journey.
Okay. Well, in a way, I was, I think, luckier than some because my family, one of my relatives was a famous female impersonator in Europe.
Wow.
So it kind of paved the way for me to come out. And I know coming out isn't always easy for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's where I was lucky because my family was already accepting of it. So that was a good thing, and I was very blessed. And then as far as the challenges was high school and things like that. But instead of being afraid, I came out to my entire class, and I started a gay youth group, and I was not afraid, and there was very few problems, and when I had them, I confronted them, and then they disappeared. So,
Interesting.
that's
Interesting.
the best way to put it. But yeah.
And the day when you decide to come out, did something happen or you just felt like, okay, I'm going to be my true self from now on?
Yeah, I just kind of realized, because I was the only one having this struggle, in a sense. My mom, she didn't care if I was anything. It was just within my own self. And then one day I realized, like, I thought that maybe I was just a little different. And then one day I never associated with the word being gay or queer. And then one day I realized, no, that's who I am. And that's when I came out, basically. Like, I came to my own conclusion and just said, you know what, this is who I am. I was kind of shocked, but it's who I was. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And you said that you have just one brother, you have other siblings as well?
I am the youngest of 5. So.
Oh my God, big family.
The youngest of 5. The only person that's LGBTQ plus that I know of so far.
Interesting. Next question is, what is your all-time favorite band and why?
That's very tricky because I had a bunch of different times where I like different kinds of music. But actually, to me, it's India Ari.
Mm-hmm.
You've ever heard of her or know who she is?
No.
Because her music is just very uplifting and positive and bright, and it would always put me in a certain mood. So, but yeah, I mean, I listen to a lot of different kinds of music, but India Ari, to me, it was like one of the best. she has a spiritual base, and not like Catholicism or just literal spiritualism. And so that's why I like it, because it literally couldn't, just the sound of it, your whole mood, you just transport to somewhere else. Like you could be having the worst day and listen to like one or two songs and just be like, okay, I'm good now.
Oh, amazing. Ready for the last question? Let's do it. Last question, Evan. But before the last question, 2020, when the world went upside down, yeah, like we were facing, 2 years and a half, more or less, of, challenge that nobody was expecting. Personally, for you, when you look back through that challenge journey, what's the positive lesson or positive situation that came out of that challenge journey for you?
Yes, I think my takeaway was literally that family is important, and being conscientious of different things, like and keeping your family safe. To me, like, I don't know. So that to me was my takeaway, is that family is important, and to keep an eye on people you love and things like that.
See. Okay. Last question for you is: describe yourself in one positive word and one negative word only.
One positive word and one negative word. That's very complicated. One positive word. Well, I don't even know if it's a positive word, but a lot of people call me sunshine. So that's a continuous theme, and I don't know, but so they're like, okay, sunshine, sunshine. So that would be the positive word. And I think the negative word, well, I think that everyone has it, but would probably be doubt, because sometimes you have doubt. So it's sunshine and doubt.
And why is that? Why they would say that? Why that comes out from your personality?
The doubt or the sunshine part?
You could say both, actually. You can say both.
The sunshine, I think it's just because it's just how I am. Like, I've been through a lot of things, but I'm usually pretty happy and upbeat, and just happy to be here. Happy to be here right now with you. Happy to be talking. Happy to be in the sun. Happy to be on this island. Like, so there's that. And doubt, I think that just everyone has a little bit of self-doubt. I don't think anyone's invincible to it. So, like, did I do the right thing? Am I being who I'm meant to be? Am I, did I? So to me, that's where the doubt is, So, but I think that's normal. But
yeah,
but,
yeah. Carry on.
I was just saying, I think that's fairly normal, but.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think all of us, we have those doubts that, sometimes for other people it doesn't mean anything, but for us can be a big thing. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's sort of like an internal thing where you're just, it keeps you in check, I feel like, in a sense. Because if you didn't have it, you wouldn't be questioning, like, did I do the right thing? Am I being my authentic self? So there's always that small little, I don't even know if that's the right word, but I think it is, where you're just doubting your decisions or who you are, or the sentence I said, like, maybe I should have said that differently, although not here. Not here. So far, so good.
I understand.
No regrets.
It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Okay.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game. Let's start with family.
Family, love.
Money.
There we go. No. Important.
Okay. One word for love.
One word for love.
Yeah.
Where do I go with that? One word for love, like, well, joy.
Okay. Life.
Life. Life. One word. Wow. That one's tough. One word for life. It would never be one word. It's always more than one word. Um, Happiness, I guess, finding your happiness, but it's only one word. So happiness.
Sex.
Say that.
Sex.
Sex. Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Politics.
Politics. That's a word, right? Especially
Religion.
lately in America. Oh no, but I won't go there. So my
Religion.
one word is religion. Important.
Okay. Fear.
Here. Well, that's a weird one, but yeah. I go with something totally that you would not think of. Fuel,
Okay.
which is strange. But yeah, fuel. It's fuel. Fear is fuel.
Okay. Friendship.
Blessed.
Desire.
Yes. No, desire. That wasn't a yes or no, right? No, so desire. I'm still thinking of what that word would be. Desire. See, that goes back to sex.
Okay. Success.
Success. Success. Happiness. I don't know. That's just where I go.
Wish.
Wish. What is my word for wish? Fulfilled.
Okay. How about happiness? One word.
Happiness. Love.
Okay. One word for Long Island.
Long Island. Long Island. Where would I go with that? I'm thinking.
Take your
Long
time.
Island. Yeah. I know you're gonna edit this. I hope. But I have a minute, right? One word for Long Island. Actually, it would be beauty.
Okay. And Fire Island. One word.
Amazing.
That was very quick. That was
Yeah, I
very
didn't have to think about that one.
And the last one now, USA, one word.
Interesting.
Okay.
It's become very interesting lately. Because you never know what's gonna happen next. It's like,
I love it.
yeah, they're changing rules as we like every moment. Like so in Florida they've changed rules and each state is now changing rules. And so you went from like abortion, you went from abortion to the word gay to not being able to use it. You went from people that are transgendered being able to be refused emergency care. And that was just in like the past week. So I mean, yeah, that's crazy. So like, so in theory, I think the ruling is that if there is an emergency and there's a car crash and the person is transgendered, they can refuse assistance. Yes.
Wow.
So I'm just using interesting as like a blanket term because I just do not know what's going to happen next. So
wow.
Yeah,
But
it's nuts.
it's interesting you touching this topic, Evan, and it's something that people it's visible. It's happening right now there.
Yeah. And I've heard a lot of actually different things too. Like at one point it was 1 out of 10 people were LGBTQ plus, and now in the US it's 5 out of 10. So from what I've heard recently, so to me, no matter what they're saying, eventually it's going to change because literally that's 50 out of 100 people. Like, so eventually we're going to take over, apparently, I guess. I don't know. Like,
We are already taking over anyway. We are already taking over.
but you know what I mean, right? It's like, all right, so you went from 1 out of 10 to 5 out of 10, which then makes it 50 out of 100. So
Yeah.
that's half that associates with LGBTQ plus.
Absolutely.
So
It's
that's kind
sad.
of wild.
In a way, it's sad to hear nowadays, the world we're living right now, that you still can hear those news or those things that doesn't make sense. And
Yeah.
the world we're living right now, my goodness, how it's possible. Do you know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
if I would see that on the news here, I think I'd be shocked. I'd be like, oh my God, I think I'm not understanding what's happening right now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
that for you, you never expect to hear that or to see that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like we're going backwards a little bit.
Yeah. It's
But I'm not a politician.
yeah.
But it just is, to me, I feel like since I was a younger kid till now, I'm like, I don't know, I thought we were in a certain place, and I realized that we're not. And so it's kind of eye-opening in the US anyway, to be like, wow, that's everything you thought you knew is really not true. Like they're reversing, or they were trying to reverse abortion. And, I mean, I'm not going to be political, but like, it's a little bit insane. Like, so if they did that, then gay marriage, can they reverse that?
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're talking about that in a very, like, say, smiley and funny way, because at the end of the day, you know what
Yeah,
I mean? You laugh about it because it's so sad to hear that. Sometimes you just feel like laughing and smiling about it because it's so hard to take it. You know what I mean? To
yeah,
understand
yeah,
that.
yeah. You don't know what to do with it. So
Totally.
it's like, okay, like but yeah, to me, it's just a wild idea that these things that I thought,
Absolutely.
So, I am smiling happy, but there's things that make me sad.
Totally. No, absolutely.
Those are some of them. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And we go back to your words, interesting. It makes sense.
Couldn't. Yeah, like I don't even know.
Absolutely. No, I understand. I totally understand. Yeah. Absolutely, and understand. I think it makes sense. Interesting, because you say interesting because it's interesting to see something happening nowadays. Something that's like, wow. Anyway, let's hope for better days, and our population is growing more. Yeah. Let's play now, Evan, and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But before you ask me the question, as you have a Spanish boyfriend, tell me what's your favorite Spanish word?
Let's see. I have to think of what my other one is. Guapo.
Oh.
Yeah. It just sounds nice. It has a good sound to it. It means handsome, or guapa is beautiful. So to me, just the sound of it, and it's,
Very good. You can ask me a question now, Evan.
Okay. Let's see. What would I ask? I had one thought. I was like, well, what's your favorite food? But I feel like that might be a little bit boring. I don't know. What is your favorite thing about where you live?
Good question. What I think, actually, it's interesting, the question, because we're talking about, those news in the US right now, and I think the favorite thing about living in London for me, it's the fact that you can express yourself the way you are. You can be yourself. You can, you live in a city where you can hear different language, a lot of nationality of people expressing the way they are. It can be some place can be tough as well. I'm not saying that's all, beautiful skies and everything. No, there are. But most of the time, and most of your daily, routine, you see people, living the way they are, express the way they are, share experience. It's a very cultural city as well. So I believe that's what I like about a lot about London. You feel safe being here, you know what I mean? You can express, you can go around, wearing whatever you think it fits you, express yourself the way you think it fits you. And I think that's a place that, you feel safe to be whatever you feel like, you know what I mean? How you want to express yourself. Again, not everywhere, and not, what I mean, it's not always the beautiful part, but most of the time, most of the places, you can be like that. So I think that's what I like the most about living in London. It's a very fast city, there's a lot happening at the same time, but at the same time as well, you can, people, they they don't care about, when I say they don't care, it means they don't care if you are wearing something that maybe it doesn't, for them it doesn't make any sense, or if you are, talking about something that's, for them is strange. No, people, they don't care. They just carry on with their lives. You know what I mean? That's what I like about London. Yeah.
I've been there. It's beautiful.
I was about to ask you that. Have you been here before?
Yeah, it was really, really nice when I came. I liked it a lot.
Amazing. Very good. Evan, first of all, thanks so much for taking the time for the interview. Thanks so much for bringing the vibe of the island. Actually, I heard a lot about the island before. I had a few guests on the show that they've been there before, but the first time I see someone literally, like showing the more or less the place. And now I have a vibe of the island. So thanks so much and I love the gay flag there as well with the American flag behind. I love it. I love it. And oh, wow.
Right, but I would show you, maybe you can edit it. I don't know if I can flip the camera. I don't know. But I wanted to show you the Belvedere.
Please.
So that, it's for us. But so you have this, right?
Yeah.
Just an island off the coast of Long Island. So Long Island is there. You take the ferry over, you wind up at this place, and then there's endless houses, and, restaurants and things. But this is the Belvedere, which is far away this way. But can I zoom in? Oh, tell me I can't zoom in. This is just for us, though. Can I zoom in? Do you see it? No.
Yeah, yeah.
The big white building. It literally looks like a castle.
In the back, yes, I can see. Absolutely.
All the way in the back.
Wow.
Like, hold on, let me go this way. But so this is the bay, right?
Okay.
So this is a bar. These are all houses where people live, and then there's this beacon of white, like palace, which is actually huge, but it's further away, so you can't really see.
I see. Wow.
Can I zoom in? But yeah, and it has multiple levels. So even at the very top, you can go out there, and you can see the sunset, because the sun sets over here.
Wow.
So it's pretty amazing. But I'm not trying to sell you on it. I'm just saying. It's a cool thing.
Thanks so much again for giving me a little tour of the place you are right now. Thank you. But before you go, if you can share a positive message, something that you live by.
Well, what I would say is India Arie and her music and things like that, to use your fear as fuel to fly. So the things that bring you fear, you can use them to also energize you and to give you the gas or the power or the motivation. So to me, that's what I would say, and to never give up and to always be who you are. So.
Amazing. I believe as well, if you're going to do something, if you're going to take a risk, and if you feel fear, if you feel these butterflies, it's a good sign. It's for you to go, because if you don't feel anything, what's the point? You know what I mean? You just need to feel this. You never know. So I think it's a good sign when you're going to do something and you feel this fear inside. I think it's very healthy. Thanks so much. Enjoy your time in the islands, and you keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show, okay? Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great one.
And you. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.